A lot of businesses fail. The question is, how can you find a business that doesn't fail? I found 5 businesses that has the lowest failure rate, and this is all backed by a lot of testimonies from visiting several farms, and they shared their mistakes and their successes. First on my list is sweet potato farm. Sweet potato farming is a very lucrative venture that requires low startup capital. The demand for sweet potato is very huge because of its wide use cases. Sweet potatoes are very nutritious when cooked or fried. Apart from that, they are used in the production of animal feed, industrial uses like starch, etc. The plan is to produce for local consumption. To execute this plan, you need to get a ready market for your produce. You need to target potential customers that buy in bulk and regularly, say a week. You basically need about 20 or more of the market women that fry yam and occasionally sweet potatoes. After acquiring your customers, they can help you select a suitable variety they like. The next thing is the production, which is quite easy. Sweet potato is a 90-day crop. To start with, your land selection must be on point. Sandy loam or loamy soil is best. Do proper land preparation. Plow, harrow, and create ridges. Leave the land for the pre-emergence grasses to start growing, then apply a systemic weedicide. Leave it for 2 days or more, and use this period to make the potato vines ready for the food planting. When planting your vines, make sure you use good planting space and plant 2 vines per hole. Water the field or make sure there is enough water moisture in the soil for good germination. There is little maintenance when they form cover. Potato is a creeping plant, and also because of the systemic weedicide you sprayed, the potato will form its cover before any grass re-emerges. All you got to do is monitor for pest and disease infestation. After 90 days, you harvest. Bag them nicely and supply to your customers. On the average, you can get 40 bags on an acre or 6 to 10 tons. The price per bag differs from region to region. This year, it went for between 600 to 700 Ghana cedis per bag. That's 24,000 to 28,000. You are looking at a net profit of about 20,000 in 90 days of hard work. This figure can be 3x if you target the export market. Second on my list is off-season tomato farming. Off-season tomato farming is very lucrative because of the high demand gap in the dry season. Majority of the farming here in Africa is rain-fed, hence farmers' inability to produce in these times. Again, the perishable nature of tomato makes it impossible to store it fresh for long. This creates a sweet spot for smart farmers who have invested in irrigation. Instead of traders traveling as far as neighboring countries to import tomato to Ghana, you are going to solve this problem and get heavily rewarded. A box of tomato in the rainy season can go as low as 400 cedis. Even that, you don't get reliable buyers. The same box can go as far as 3,000 cedis in the off-season, with buyers lined up with cash. The capital required can be a bit high depending on the source of irrigation used. The production cost itself is low. Check out the video on tomato farming where I interviewed Alipat. The next on my list is cassava farming. Cassava has a wide use apart from human consumption. They are widely now used for industrial purposes, beverages, in the pharmaceutical industry, etc. The local demand for cassava is so huge now with the operations of factories that process it into other finished products. The cost of producing an acre of cassava is low. With an average of about 3,000 to 4,000 Ghana cedi, you can grow and maintain the farm yourself. The cost may go up if you are a telephone farmer. All you need to succeed in this business is a combination of a good fertile land, proper land preparation, good variety, reliable labor, proper agronomic practices, and good understanding of the market. Cassava is a 1-year crop and the yield is great. On an acre, you can harvest averagely 7 to 12 tricycles. The locals buy in tricycle, while the companies buy in weight. The local cassava dough producers buy a load for about 1,000 Ghana cedis, while some companies pay 700 cedis for a ton. You make averagely 7,000 to 12,000 Ghana cedis. Additionally, the sale of cassava sticks to new farmers give another source of revenue. A bundle goes for 30 cedis plus, and you can get about 6,000 Ghana cedi on an acre. This profit can increase in the lean season. Banku remains one of Ghana's favorite staple food, and one of the main components is cassava dough. Number 4 on my list is cassava dough production. There is a huge demand for it, especially in the dry season when it is hard to harvest cassava. This venture could be a bit capital intensive if you decide to own all the equipment, but it's very lucrative. To set up, you would need a structure, a grating machine, a pressing machine, a reliable labor force. The good thing is some of these machines can be hired. The process involves buying your cassava, let's say a tricycle full. You then employ labor to peel them, wash and grind into cassava paste. Pour the paste into sack and press the water out with a pressing machine. You then sieve it for smooth texture and bag for market. Averagely, you can get 10 sacks from one load. A sack of cassava dough sells around 200 Ghana cedis. That's 2,000 cedis. You can make 700 to 800 cedis profit from a single production. Additionally, you can sell the cassava peel to animal farmers and make cassava flour from the sieved dough. It is important that you do your own research. Don't click off yet. We save the best for last. Consider subscribing to the channel as we bring you best business ideas. Finally, cattle fattening is the fastest way to grow a large herd now in Ghana. This venture is capital intensive, yet very lucrative and requires patience. The process involves setting up a kraal, then you go up north, scout for good breeds that are younger, healthy, and cheap. Any animal aged 6 months to a year is ideal. You transport them to your farm and breed them semi-intensively with high protein feed for them to grow faster. With this venture, you will need a tricycle or a motorbike to gather feed from the market and close by farms, a reliable and dedicated farm hand to feed and keep the farm neat. You will also need a good veterinary service and security for your farm. Let's use this farmer for example. He bought 35 male cows of different breeds. He got them averagely 2,500 to 3,000 cedis. Let's assume he got each at 3,000 cedis. That's 105,000 Ghana cedis with transportation inclusive. They are all aged 6 months. He intends to keep them for a year with good feed. Now, cattle go very fast and maturity is 2 years. He intends to sell all in the same festive season and nothing less than 10,000 each, depending on the sizes. He will make a gross profit of 350,000 Ghana cedis. Again, he can equally decide to keep them for 2 years and sell at 25,000 each and make a gross profit of 875,000 Ghana cedis. The earning potential depends on how well you breed your animals. If this farmer decides to send all the 875,000 Ghana cedi to market to restock at even 5,000 cedis per animal, he can buy 175 cattle. You don't need to start with 35. You can start with 1 and learn. Some misconceptions are you need a Fulani to manage your cows. Cows are for Muslims, they are dirty, etc. Most of the times, you realize that the things that people highlight as best aren't that great, and the things that people don't highlight at all are the things that are the hidden gems. It is very important you get a mentor and learn and understand the market dynamics before you invest your 1 CD into this venture. Do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and this is for research purposes. Now, I need a favor from you. 80% of my new viewers don't subscribe after watching. Hit the subscribe button if you consider this very informative. I bet you will like my other videos. Share among your friends, and thank you for supporting. See you in the next video.